Mulimutia Abarigani Bawoni Mohotisain Kedu. Welcome to another episode of Chats of Africa with me, Kalungi Ssebandeke, a podcast where I speak to talented Africans across the world. And today I've got a very, very special guest. This is an incredible writer, actor, director, and also radio show presenter. I am joined by talented Nigerian Ibo Igwe, the one they call Justice Ezzy. Justice, how are you? We've just been working. I know how you work because we're working on a play together, and we'll talk about it a little bit more in
Yeah,
detail. But
yeah, yeah.
how are you since a few hours ago?
You know what? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, just had ate some yam and stew with some chicken, and
Well,
then
did you?
yeah,
So you didn't think to bring some of that yam in, or were you traumatized from bringing suya in and nearly?
well, listen, I don't know. I don't know. Hey, yams could be spicy to some, so I don't want another lawsuit or something.
Another lawsuit. Were you sued before?
Nah, 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 nah,
Well,
nah. God
don't
forbid.
you have like uh, a radio show where you get people to like taste spicy soup, and then
Yeah,
some
yeah, yeah.
people nearly died on your show.
Well, because Tyreek, like he was the
Yeah,
first guest. Yeah, he handled it. You know, what I mean,
yeah,
he didn't pass out. You know,
yeah,
he was decent. And then my most recent guest
mm,
was struggling because
yeah,
he
yeah,
was
yeah,
like he took the soup and he was on FaceTime with his girl. So obviously, like he's like, I can do it. I can do it.
yeah,
Let me not let me not like dim it down. And then come the final soup.
yeah.
Yeah, he was like, stop it, stop the recording.
But
And then I was like, right.
what's in the soup though? Because it's like, what are you? Do you have like levels? Is it better like hot water?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's three soups. The first soup is the base Nigerian pepper soup, nothing added, and just normal standard. Second soup is I always like to add a bit of ingredients from the guest's heritage.
Mm.
So my previous guest was Colombian, so I was like, cool, let me research what they have in their soup. And one of it was like coriander and something else, but coriander was like a big staple
Mm.
um in their dishes. So I was like, okay, cool. Let me add some coriander and I think leaf as well. I know, well, I don't know, not salt, definitely leaf. So coriander and some, and I don't know if it's bay leaf. So I added that, and I was like, cool. And obviously I added, then the sauce I added was uh Carolina Reaper
Mm.
as an additional hot sauce. So it was the base first level, normal standard pepper soup. Second level, a mixture of what an ingredient from the person I'm interviewing, plus Carolina Reaper's sauce.
Yeah, and then the third one, it just gets out of
Oh yeah,
there.
then the third one it's Carolina Reaper plus a sauce called the Bomb Beyond the Sanity, and it's like a
Eh,
spicy sauce. So now you've got pepper soup sauce, well, pepper soup and all the peppers, Carolina Reaper,
mm.
and the Bomb Beyond Insanity.
That, yeah, that sounds like a lot. I don't think I could handle even the first one, so I'm not even gonna
No,
try to.
I think you can. We're taking it together. If you're
Yeah,
dying, I'm dying. You
yeah,
know?
but see, if you have to add dying to
Yeah,
food,
but
then
what but what is dying though? You know what I mean?
it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Like I
Yeah,
got family that love me, so let me stay alive. We got a show to direct, so
yeah.
but actually it's really interesting because I've had guests from all over. Like I've had Ghanaian, Ugandan, Nigerian guests, and um I always ask them kind of similar things to begin with. Like, so what was young Justice like at school? Were you straight into kind of like performing, or were there
Mm.
other interests that caught your eye?
Um, what was I? I was like. I was not a mess, but I was just doing random stuff. So like secondary school, wait, no, primary school, I was like writing stories because I was bored and I was like imaginative. Da, 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 da. I'd show the teacher, I was like, oh, you're pretty good. And then that's it. And
What kind of
then,
stories were you writing?
oh my gosh, I have it in my little like diary, not diary, but like books where you write classes and stuff. I was
Hmm.
writing like stories about like adventure stories because I used to read a lot of adventure books and and watch a lot of cartoons as well. Hence the adventure. I was like writing like superhero stories, like a concept of a superhero, and I don't know. I think Batman was involved. No
Mhm.
idea. So
Yeah.
I wrote that like primary school, loads of dialogue and stuff. And then secondary school here, I was like, cool. My mom got me a guitar for the vibes, and I was like,
Oh.
right. So I just decided, let me just come GCSE, you can learn an instrument. So I was like, let me just learn the guitar. So I
Mm.
learned the guitar, and then I also started learning to sing. And I was like, cool, that's pretty cool. And then um yeah, obviously whilst I'm still doing that, I'm still like playing football, doing football stuff because that's what I do. I've got a little trophy as well, you know.
Oh
It's a bit
yeah.
broken, but yeah. When travel comes, yeah, I don't know if you can see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. I can
yeah.
see that.
So one trophies as you do.
And actually, so you mentioned Trevor. Trevor has been your football coach since you were young.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Under 14s.
Wow.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
Trevor Swaby, Dob, who's actually our football consultant on Your Play
yeah,
Last Goal Wins, which is actually running at Broadway Catford in Catford, South East London from the
yeah,
1st to the 12th of July. You've written it. This play is like taking you on a journey. We'll talk a little bit about it, but I'm interested. So you learnt an instrument, and which was a guitar, and I left out you also compose film music as well.
yeah. Oh,
But I left that
oh
out as
yeah,
well. And you were nearly, you had the opportunity to be scouted or trial for some kind of football team.
yeah. I can
Yeah.
tell you that's like I don't know if you watch Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
No.
That's all good. But and so secondary school, I was doing that. I was still playing football, and
Mm.
then my other GCSE was music GCSE. So I was like, cool. What do I like? I like making music. I like listening to a lot of film composition. So it's like Hans Zimmer and oh my gosh, uh, the Black Panther composer wasn't there, but
Oh,
I
oh
loved
yeah.
listening to loads of trailer music. Like Two Step from Hell was like a company that makes trailer music. I was like, listen to that. So I just did music GCSE, then sixth form, right? Yeah. So six before, yeah, wait, yeah, sixth form happened. Still did music. Still went to do acting. I did the B Tech in music tech, so I learned about Logic. I was like, cool.
Mm.
Then I did B Tech Performing Arts, and that was pretty cool. I applied to Brit School, didn't get in. I was upset, but hey,
It happens.
it happens, you know?
Yeah. You ended up
Then
going for arts ed anyway, which is better. So that,
yeah,
you know, yeah.
yeah, it did. And then I just kind of still uh I think I stopped playing football back then, but I still like wanted to focus more on the craft
But I
and
do remember
acting.
you telling me that you had a choice, like
Yeah.
you had a trial, and then did I make this up that then you missed the trial or you couldn't take part in it because you were gonna do
Oh,
you
okay,
wanted to
yeah.
do acting instead?
Because it's
Is that
post oh yeah, because sixth form is when you're 16, right?
yeah, or did you
Uh
make that story up?
no, 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 no.
Hmm,
Because okay, I didn't get Brit School. Then then me and my friend, we did the Charlton Athletic trial,
that's it.
and I was like, okay, cool. Don't know how I'm gonna do it. No, I've not trained for a long time, but I did it, and I've learned a lot. And I won't forget this. Well, within the trial, because I was playing centre back, and I was like, okay, cool, because it's the post 16, so sixth form is, yeah. So it's post 16, and one of the to this day I still remember as a good tackle. So I can't believe I did it. So the player had the ball, and I was like chasing him behind, and then I just did like a hook tackle to get him off the ball, but also keep the ball on the pitch without going off the sideline, without going off. And then I kind of started a counter attack and passed the ball to the midfielder. And I was gassed when I did that. I was like, "Yo, let's go!" But
Mm,
obviously, I was locked in because
mm,
before that, we had to do suicide runs, pass the ball whilst moving down the line, and then go down there, and then just a lot of running, and then we had to run around the whole pitch, like
mm,
the whole garden. And I was like
mm,
tired, but that was just to see how your fitness is at
mm.
the start. And then after that, I was thinking, yeah, there's no way I'm getting in.
Mhm.
Uh, no way. My friend, I think he's better than me, but we play a different position. So I was like, cool, there's no way I'm getting in. And then Brit school already rejected me. So I had my sixth form and whether this is and Charlton just if they happen. And then I got the email saying we'd like you to be part of our post 16 academy. And I was like, huh,
Whoa.
right,
Yo.
right. So
It must have been that dope kind of maneuver that you did with the counter attack where you were locked in.
oh yeah.
That must have got
Oh
them. They were like,
yes,
yeah,
because
this
it was
guy. Mm,
yeah, it was so cool. Because I was very determined to get that ball off that player.
mm,
And because I've not practiced it, but I've seen Giorgio Chiellini and Sergio Ramos. I've seen them do it so many times, and I've always wanted to pull it off, and I did.
mm,
I got the ball and I started a counter attack, and I don't know if we scored. I think we did, but
mm.
I know we were on the attack, and I didn't lose play.
So you
And
got,
then
so then you get this email
yeah,
and they say they want you to be part of the post 16
yeah,
academy. And
yeah,
then,
and then I was just like, huh, because now I've got sixth form and I've got Charlton, and I'm like, what? I'm like, I don't know what to do.
mm,
So I kind of just kind of really, really think about what do I really want? Like, what do I really want? And what am I actually very passionate about?
mm.
Because I know if you go into football, you have to be on it in terms of
Yeah, you
physicality.
can't be
Also,
part-time with it. Yeah, you gotta like they got early starts.
yeah,
It's like it's either football and everything else kind of like takes second place, right?
yeah.
So you had to, I guess, make it like a really difficult decision. Like, is it sixth form? Is it football? But could you not really do, you couldn't be a sixth form student and play football? Like, what was happening there?
Because the training is in the morning,
Mm,
and you also do get education, like your basic education within the training. Like towards the end, you have to still do like maths, English, but you
mm,
don't think you do science. But I wouldn't know because I didn't stay there too long. But you still do your your basic education training.
yeah,
Does that
yeah,
make sense?
yeah, it
It's
does.
just football's like in the morning and then you do the training and you do that. Because at the end of it, the end goal for all the players there was to be part of the starting 11. Like,
Oh, okay.
because there's the academy and then you have to break through into the first team
Yeah.
because that's that's the goal for all these for everyone there. So I was
Mm,
like, oh, so I was just really methodical with it. I was like, am I passionate about football or do I just love enjoying playing football? And I
mm,
know as when my friend did it, and I know he's better than me in football. Um, and he did the post 16, and I've really spoken to him to be fair.
mm.
And and he's pretty good, but when he finished it, he went into a different avenue. So so it's kind of like I kind of just sat there and I was like, am I actually passionate about football? Am I just do I just like playing it? And I kind of went to pick the sixth form aspect because that's what I'm actually passionate about.
Yeah,
That's what I've grafted a plan ish when I was six to continue acting football.
yeah,
Not really. I was just lucky,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
honestly.
yeah. But it's actually more, I think maybe it's more than luck. You were like really determined. And since then, even though you continued with sixth form and you went on to
Mm.
drama school, you've been able to bring your kind of love for football back, like your knowledge for
Yeah,
football as well. So we talked about Last Goal Wins, which fortunately enough is also a sponsor of this podcast. So this means that this episode is sponsored by Last Goal Wins by Justice Eze, which is playing
nice.
at Catford Broadway, or I should say Broadway Catford, from the 1st to the 12th of July. Get your tickets. You don't want to miss out. And people can get their tickets really by heading to Broadway. Let me get the website, make sure that I sent them to the right episode, right podcast. But head to broadwaytheatre.org.uk to be able to get your tickets. That's broadwaytheatre.co.uk. And we're really pleased for Last Goal Wins to be supporting this episode. And for those of you that would rather visit the theatre, it's Broadway Theatre, Rushy Green, Catford, London, SE6 4RU. That's Broadway, and you can find them, as aforementioned, at Rushy Green, Catford, London, SE6 4RU. Now, speaking of Last Goal Wins, where is the inspiration for Last Goal Wins? Like, how do you even start writing a play about football? As far as I know, football is the game's gone. You've decided to focus on school. How does a play
Yeah.
about football get into play? No pun intended.
Just uh, because I mean, the basis of the play is about this question: why do certain players choose not to represent their native country in sports? And and that question, I've had that for a long time. Like when I was playing FIFA when I was younger at 14, I was like, yo, what's going on? Why certain players like when I was watching Nigeria, I was like, how come this person like plays for England but has Nigerian roots? Like, because I was playing FIFA and I was obviously doing career mode and Ultimate Team, and I'm like, yo, my man can play for like Nigeria, but it's like playing England.
Mm,
And then Sterling was like a big factor in terms of like he's Jamaican but playing England. And I was like, whoa.
mm.
I was gonna like imagine that. What if like Sterling plays for Jamaica? I bet they'll be good. And this is all whilst I was young, you know. I was like, what if oh my gosh, Kyle Walker, because he's I think mixed, I think.
I mean,
But
we'll find out. Kyle Walker. It says here he's English, but his parents from Jamaican descent on his dad's side.
so I was like, what if like Kyle Walker could play England, and then obviously I grew up and then start seeing more of the French team, and I'm like,
Oh,
yo,
did you
all
mean
these.
how come Kyle Walker? You think Kyle Walker can play for England and Jamaica? Is that what you
Oh no,
meant?
I meant sorry. I was like,
Yeah,
what if Kyle Walker plays for Jamaica
yeah, yeah.
instead of England? Because
Hmm.
Jamaica will be a sick team. And
Yeah.
then obviously I grew up, and then the World Cup happened, and with France winning it, I was like, yo, what's going on? All these players, like they're all African rooted,
Yeah.
but they're playing for France, and I understand the whole context and why their parents moved to these European countries to avoid
Mm,
wars and stuff. But my imagination just went, wow, like, yo, African countries could be winning loads of World Cups right now. And then come like what, the Euros? I don't know what year, 2016.
mm,
Um, no, 2019. Because I was in drama school. I've already written a play before, and I've already done theatre Peckham, and then got that play on over there. And
mm.
then I was like, come
What was
drama
that
school.
play? What was that play called?
That was the Great Barbecue.
Oh,
The
wow.
Yeah, it was all about African gods and Anansi trying to figure out why is our culture dying? Because if they die out, then these gods die out.
Mm,
And it was just like Anansi invites all these gods that he knows of to a barbecue, and they have barbecue and questions and explorations. So
mm,
I'd done that theatre Peckham. I was like, cool, right. Then I think lockdown happened. I think. No, well, it was during that period of lockdown, and the boys were playing the Euros, and then
mm.
the whole Saka moment happened, and the whole
So when you say
uh,
the Saka moment, this is when Saka obviously missed the
the
penalty.
penalty.
It wasn't
Yeah,
just him though. Who else missed this?
yeah.
Wasn't Jordan
It was
Sancho and
Jordan Sancho, Saka, Rashford,
yes.
Sterling, not Sterling.
I don't know if Sterling missed it. I think it was definitely about three of them because I remember
Yeah,
people then started wearing the three lions and they had them kind of as the images for
yeah,
that, which was a bit like, yeah, it's a bit unfortunate, isn't it? But do you feel as well, and obviously you're talking about the inspiration behind the play Last Goal Wins,
yeah.
but do you feel like it's also the pressure that England kind of puts on its team in general? Because you have moments of that in your play where you talk about the like first they really put you up on the pedestal, but when you get it wrong, you're done. And in
Mhm.
another similar play, Dear England, which is similar but different, they talk a little bit about that as well. Like you put these players feel like if they miss this, they'll turn around and no one will support them. Um, so yeah, so for you, this is like a major inspiration, FIFA, and watching all these Euros and the
Yeah,
players missing the penalties. Yeah,
yeah. It's when they missed it, I was just like on my couch because I had the idea, I had the storyline, I had it all in my head, but I was kind of honestly, I wasn't bothered of writing it. And then
mm,
this happened, and then the Black Lives Matter protests and all of that happened. And I was literally on my couch. I was like, I have to write it. I just have to write it. And then I kind of just spent, I don't know, like 4 days or 3 days just on my computer, just writing all the stories and the ideas and just word vomit all on it. And then I start to polish it. I went to see Dear England to see how, okay, can football be done on stage? And I wanted to understand the physicality of it and how it can showcase that. And then I watched Red Pitch to see, okay, can the football be on stage and can that football still tell a story with characters? And
yeah.
also, is the football can it is also distracting? I was like, okay, cool,
Yeah,
done
and for
that.
anyone listening, sorry to interrupt. Anyone listening, Dear England, this is a play written by James Graham, and it was on at the National Theatre, and subsequently it had tours, and it's on also on BBC right now as a TV series directed by Rupert Gould. And then Red Pitch is Terrell Williams is the writer, and Daniel Bailey directed it for the Bush Theatre, and that transferred at the Soho Place in West London because we got listeners from all over the world, Justice. So
Ah,
we
yes, 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 yes.
kind of give them a bit of context. So you watched Red Pitch, and I watched Red Pitch like
Mm.
nearly every run it came, from the bush all the way back to the bush and then back to Soho Place. So watching these two plays, you feel like had good inspiration and influence on your play Last
Oh,
Goal Wins?
yeah,
Yeah,
100%. Because originally, because let me just actually tell the synopsis of Last Goal Wins. Because Last Goal Wins is about two best friends trying to get into the final two spot on the Nigerian national football team. And so a transferred academy player comes in and has a guaranteed spot. So now the boys must do what they can to get into the team, knowing one won't make it. It's just exploring the question, um, do you belong to a country? And what is belonging to a country? And what does that mean to you? And the other question is, why do certain players choose not to represent their native country in sports? So I watched Dear England and I was like, okay, cool. I was watching for the physicality and the storytelling. I watched it once where it was just about why England is bad about in the international tournament. How I interpreted it, other people can interpret it differently, featuring the whole racism moment. That's how I felt. And then I watched it again to see the new bits. And they've corrected the new bits and it kind of made it more not, actually, yeah, universal and more accepting. And it blended all the ideas and blended the new manager coming in, Tuchel, and all the new players like Bellingham and forgot the names, hence not Henderson, but
mm,
Bellingham being one of the main prospects. And then I started watching it more. And then I got the idea of having a keeper because originally I had 8 players. I showed it at Theatre Peckham. I got loads of feedback. I met Kalungi there, met you there. You enjoyed it, kept in contact with you. And then I just had loads of feedback to whittle it down. So I kept on doing that. And then all of them were attacking players. It's only when I watched Dear England and I watched how they did the goalkeeper, and he had so much physicality in how he saved each shot and stuff. And I was like, let's make one of the players a goalkeeper because too many outfield players, I mean, kind of won't lose. You will lose the story of the actual game itself. And getting to kind of like confirm that, I was like, okay, cool, that could work. And then Red Pitch, I watched it again. I was like, okay, cool. The London vernacular, the colloquialism. I was like, okay, cool, that works for the setting that's it's in, and the fact that there's a football there, and the audience interaction with the football, and with scenes like giving the phone or partying with the audience. That
Mm.
works. Like, cool, nice. And then I talked to Daniel, not Daniel Bailey. Oh my gosh, the right,
Philip J. Morris, is it? Oh,
no,
Terrell Williams.
Terrell. I spoke to Terrell Williams, and I just wanted to understand the journey of Red Pitch and his thoughts on where it started. And he was kind enough to tell me about it, and I was like, nice, nice. So I've learned a lot from just talking to him
Yeah,
and his journey of Red Pitch,
yeah. Which
because he
is
said he did it online.
Yeah, he wrote. I mean, it took him a while. I remember a early version of Red Pitch like in 2017. So you can imagine, like in 2017, if he does a reading of it at the Young Heart Festival, which was started by Anne Akin, and at that point, Daniel Bailey did direct that reading as well. It was on at the Lyric, and really captured people's um, um, hearts, I guess, and and their imagination. And from 2017 to like 2022 or 2023, when it finally gets like put on at the Bush, and then obviously a year or 2 years later, it's on um, at Soho Place. So that journey, like theatre, writing theatre, is it's a very, very long process, which is unfortunate because people got to eat, and in that
Mm.
period of time, if you're just focusing on writing, um, then it's like, how do you survive? But you've done a similar thing with persevering with your storytelling, because, like you said, you invited me to the Peckham Fringe. Um, and we finally got to meet there, and I saw the play, which I definitely saw had a lot of potential. And you kind of kept on developing it from getting copious notes from myself and other people, and you've somehow managed to keep a calm and level-headed and very collaborative kind of spirit and head, that is led to now Ryan Kelly Cameron, who's writer of For Black Boys, and also, writer and co-director of an upcoming Royal Court play called The Afronauts. He's got a whole range of different kind of projects that he's doing, and he took a liking to your play, and now with the support of Broadway Catford, is has been able to actually bring this play back in such a big way as part of the Ryan Kelly Cameron season. And just a reminder to people that this episode is sponsored by Last Goal Wins, and Last Goal Wins follows two footballers who clash for a coveted spot on Nigeria's national team, battling identity, belonging, and power imbalances in a high-stakes drama set against the fever pitch of World Cup season. And this is Last Goal Wins by Justice Ezzy, directed by me, Kalungi Ssebandeke, and it runs at Broadway Catford from Wednesday 1st of July to Sunday 12th July, and you can book your tickets by heading over to broadwaytheatre.org.uk in Catford in southeast London. If you want to travel all the way there to get your tickets, you can of course visit Broadway Theatre at Rushy Green, Catford, London, SE6 4RU, and we've got an incredible cast and creative team. You don't want to miss this, and especially, can you imagine, World Cup is taking place right now. England is playing as we record this episode. Obviously, you listen to it and watch it after you found out. Can you guess the future? Who's won? Justice, who do you think has won at this point?
Um, oh my gosh. Wait, of the whole tournament? Of the whole,
Who? Well, you can make your guess. Like, who's won the game Croatia v England.
I
Let's
mean, right
predict
now,
it.
what Modric is not in top form. I don't even know. I'm gonna have to say England, but it'll be so funny if they lose. It'll be so funny
It's so
because
funny you say that right now as you're speaking. There's actually a penalty, and Harry Kane's about to take the penalty. Can you predict if he's going to score?
oh, he has to score. Yeah, he
Okay,
has to
okay,
score.
okay.
He
So
has
we're
to.
we're ahead in the future. So who do you think's going to win the tournament in general?
Portugal will get to the semi-final. Um, uh, because I heard someone like who's very good at predicting the final say Portugal won't win it. But oh my god, it's my decision. My decision. Um,
Come on, mate. Come
I'm
on,
gonna
mate.
I'm gonna say Germany.
I'll say
Or no, Netherlands. No, wait,
okay, I'll
Germany.
say France. And also Kane missed the penalty. Just to,
Serious?
yeah, spoiler alert for anyone who's hoping to watch it.
What's the score? What's the score?
It's still nil-nil. Still
And it's
nil-nil.
what? It's still first half.
Yeah, yeah. But can you imagine Kane, who scores most of his penalties, has somehow missed it? And then can you imagine
Wow.
going back to what you were saying with Bukayo Saka and Jordan and Rushford? If they'd
Yeah.
missed that, ooh, they would have end up on the. They're going to end up. They did
Oh,
end up on
yeah.
the front page, but
Oh my god.
with Harry
Yeah.
Kane.
I've got like basically when, which is so mad to say it right now, but basically when Saka and all them boys missed it,
Mm.
my white friends would text me like, "Yo, bro, can't lie to you. I think you might have to stay in your house." And I was like,
Whoa,
"Damn," because
whoa. As in, are they threatening you or are they trying to protect
no.
you?
As in, like they know how English fans are, and
Yeah.
they're like, "Yeah, it's
Well,
not a
he's
great
taking
time
it
to go
again for some
outside."
reason. He's taking the penalty again. Sorry, it's almost like
Oh,
the watch party, bro. I don't know why he's taking it again. Now he scored. Why did they? Nah, man. This is some corruption, Rav. He missed it. They somehow finagled a retake, and he actually scored this time. What the heck?
the keeper was probably off his line.
Oh man, come on! How England can't accept that? Like,
Yeah,
because they missed it. But imagine if he missed it twice. That's crazy.
that'll be
That is
funny.
crazy. This is like a watch party, but that's so funny for people listening back in the future. Um, but okay, so I'm interested, obviously, in your life leading up to writing your play. You went to a drama school, a big
Yeah.
drama school by the name of Arts Ed, right? You graduated, I think, a little bit after the pandemic or before the pandemic.
2022.
Oh, 2022. Okay, so that means you were training during the pandemic. What was that like for you, training during like such a global pandemic?
Um, First year was I'm gonna call it season. The first season of the pandemic of lockdown. Yeah, it was pretty terrible. As in, we're just on Zoom on camera. Um, I did focus, but obviously my hand was busy playing God of War, but I was still focused.
You can't be
And
serious. What? So you're there, like for people. Gabrielle Nemo is also the
wait,
movement director.
no,
Got you.
no,
Got you, bro. So she's the movement
no.
director on Last Wins, and she was your teacher. So you're telling me people going F5, 6, and you're like,
No, like
oh,
only like some lessons that requires us to move because I haven't got any space.
oh,
So I'll turn off
okay.
my camera and I'm like, well, I'm moving my
Yeah.
thumbs, but just I
There's
can't
some
move.
movement happening. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jokes.
And but then the second season of lockdown,
Mm.
luckily our school became a testing facility. So you'd come in, you get tested, and then you go to lesson. And
Oh, okay.
so that was calm. And we just kind of wore mask everywhere and we just went back to normal lessons. So I was lucky in the sense of I was able to go back in and learn. Other people weren't. And then it's like third year, uh, agents was able to come in and everything was kind of blessed. Just the only uh, time it affected me the most was when we were doing a Chekhov play and we had to like, no, not 360. No, Chekhov. Chekhov. Blanche. No. Oh my gosh, no.
The character. Name one of the characters in the play? Because Blanche.
Trigorin, the
Oh,
writer.
Seagull.
Seagull, yes.
Yeah.
I was playing Trigorin,
Mm.
and I really enjoyed it, and I was just learning the techniques. Well, it was on Zoom, and I was like, it would be so
That's
great.
so funny. So you are a writer and you're playing Trigorin the writer by
Yeah,
in the Seagull. So okay, so you were struggling with like I guess keeping up with some of the techniques by it happening on Zoom, right?
yeah, yeah,
Mm.
and I like when you have to do like kissing, so you have to like breathe in. I was like,
Uh,
obviously do it, and
yeah.
then obviously there'll be delay, and it won't be like as fast paced as you think.
Mm.
But weirdly enough, I started training myself in terms of I watched David Tennant's, who's a great actor, and not Michael Sheen.
Yeah, they had the TV show. It was Michael Sheen's. They had the
Yeah,
TV show.
they had it
Stage.
on Zoom. I was
Yeah,
like,
stage.
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
I just binge watched all of that, and
Mm.
it was kind of helping me in terms of better my craft and during like because I was in second year when this all happened, so I was like better my craft, watching them, uh, learning from them. I was also writing. I think Last Goal Wins
Mm.
or The Great Barbecue during that period, one of them. So I was constantly just working.
Mm.
Then third year happened, and third year was calm because
Yeah, and that was much easier.
lockdown was off,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
everything back inside.
Great. And then since then, obviously, your play has gone on this long, long journey. And here it is. It's got a new cast, new director, new theatre. For you yourself, what are the plans and future ambitions for the play? Are we talking West End, Broadway, Nigerian transfer, TV series, film? What's Justice Ezzy's plan for Last Goal Wins?
Um, it'll be great to get it transferred into a bigger theater. Uh, it's great to get at Young Vic because they're the only theater that have a football play on. Because I know they want a football play. I know Young Vic. I know I've worked with you guys. I know you want a football play. Southern Playhouses has one. National
Yeah,
Theatre has one.
yeah.
Freaking the other one.
The Bush has one.
The Bush has one. You're
Yeah,
next.
yeah.
Well, that'll be.
Wolves was a play that was on at Stratford East.
Oh
Stratford
yes,
East
yeah.
is a
Stratford East has
yeah,
one.
yeah. So Young Vic, hey, listen, if Young Vic, if you're listening, we want you to come and watch Last Goal Wins by Justice Ezzy so you
Yeah.
can stage it and have it transfer from Broadway Catford and have it because like Justice said, we know you want a football play. Please don't be left out. You're the only one who ain't got one.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
man.
I've worked in that building, and I'm like, obviously, their staging is a proscenium march. So no,
Yeah.
not proscenium march. End on. So
But
that'll be
you
up to
can
me.
adapt it. In the main
Yeah,
house, in the Maria, you can adapt it. I've seen shows in the round, I've seen shows in the thrust, I've seen shows in different configuration end on. And then if they were kind of thinking, oh no, we need to be in the clear space, then that in itself is also configurable to whatever it is that you need. But listen, Justice, that's a great way to actually end it, that your
mm,
future ambitions for the play for Last Goal Wins, which is very deserving to imagine from 2019 to here, 2026, your play Last Goal Wins is having a refreshed revival, this time at Broadway Theatre in Catford, Southeast London. And that's Last Goal Wins, which is by Justice Ezzy, and it's directed by me, Kalungi Ssebandeke, and the cast includes Benjamin Akintoyosi, Alexander Lobo Moreno, Cameron Forrest, Jerome Ngonadi, and Kasim Oseni, with a creative team that includes set and costume designer Joshua Omotosho, sound designer Jose Guillermo Puello, casting director Fran Cataneo, and movement director Gabrielle Nimo, as well as lighting designer Chuma Emembolu, with football coaching consultancy from Trevor Swaby. And producing is courtesy of Carmel O'Connor and Nina Cavalerio. Listen, It's a fantastic play and great working with you, Justice. And I can't wait for us to jump back into rehearsal. And I can't wait for people to get their tickets. So head over, please head over to broadwaytheatre.org.uk. It's a limited run from the 1st of July to the 12th of July. So make sure you get your tickets because tickets are running out. And you can follow Justice on, how do we find you on Instagram? Please let us know.
You can follow me on it's underscore justice. So ITZ underscore JUSTICE underscore.
Okay.
Created it when I was 16, but it's justice underscore.
That's okay. That's okay. We'll find it, and of course, we'll include the link in the the show description. And you can find me Kalungi Fresh on Instagram, Kalungi underscore on Twitter, and Kalungi Fresh on TikTok. And of course, this show has its own YouTube, Chats of Africa on YouTube, and Chats of Africa on Instagram as well as TikTok. So please continue to support and Justice. Big up you, and see you very soon. And you incredible audiences of Chats of Africa. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.